5 years ago, a place of worship for so many in Dublin burned to the ground. Investigators say someone intentionally started a fire at Central Baptist Church. Dublin's fire chief tells me as the years go by, this Middle Georgia cold case gets harder to solve, and someone needs to come forward with answers. On grounds that were once considered sacred, charred remains, as if frozen in time, are scattered on Smith Street.
We were lucky it was a Friday afternoon. There wasn't anybody at the church.
Parts of the frame of what used to be Central Baptist Church are still standing. The fire swept through the halls of the building, leveling the 50-year-old sanctuary. It's still on Fire Chief Pat Ballard's mind.
For a minute to listen, and the first truck on scene was Captain Mims, and he reported heavy smoke and flames. So I knew right then it was going to be a long day and a lot of people.
I don't know what the problem would have been, you know. I couldn't see our church as a target.
A target for arson.
So basically this was a surround and drown situation. It was too dangerous. It was too far involved and too collapsible to even think about putting a firefighter inside the building.
Local, state, and federal investigators looked for clues between the rubble.
Shocking everyone that someone would actually do something like this.
After weeks of searching, the state fire marshal determined someone intentionally started the fire at the church. This brush is proof someone intentionally set this fire at Central Baptist Church. Chief Ballard says when investigators got done putting out all the hot spots, they found the core of the problem.
You know, it's a bad situation when somebody burns a church down.
It wasn't the first time someone tried to burn down the church. Police reports show weeks before, someone threw a brick through one of the church's windows, lighting curtains on fire. There was only a little damage. In both cases, no one has been arrested.
This church had been here a long time, and it had a very solid congregation, and anytime you lose something like this, it affects the community, it affects the neighborhood, because this has been something that's been a part of this neighborhood for a long time.
Ballard was a captain at the time. He says while the church may no longer be around, there's still a saving grace.
I also look at it as a success story because nobody lost their life, none of the firefighters were injured in any shape or form, and everybody walked away.
We tried reaching out to the church's pastor, Ellis Carswell, multiple times, but we did not hear back. Central Baptist Church was never rebuilt. If you have any information on the Central Baptist Church arson, call the Dublin Police Department at 277-5023 or the State Fire Marshal. If you'd like to check out other unsolved cases, you can head to our website's cold case page. That's 41NBC.com/cold cases.